Welcome back, my friends, to the Hot Spot. My friend Bob Berdallo is joining me now on the KUM couch. He is one of the founding members of the Guam Conservatory of Arts, and they have lined up some really cool things for February, not the least of which, Bob, a wonderful ballet program. The deadline is coming up, so if you want to get your young men and women involved in ballet and the various ways that will affect them for the rest of their life, better jump on it soon. So first of all, Hafide, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jason, for having me.
All right, and congratulations again. I remember interviewing you when the Guam Conservatory of Arts was a concept that then became, a tangible facility and, and an academy. And now, you're offering a variety of programs. So let's talk ballet.
All right, our ballet program, we have various age groups. This February, starting February 6th, we're beginning a program for basically young children ages 5 to 7. It's a 3-day-a-week program. 2 of those days encompass learning ballet technique, form, positioning, posture, learning how to tap and walk to music, which is a big deal in dance.
Synchronize the tempo.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then the 3rd day will consist of some sort of creative movement, folk, character, tap, or tumbling, or a combination of all of those. We need the children to enjoy themselves in the process of learning technique. We also have a class for ages 8 to 12-year-olds, and then another class for children above. We will be starting an adult ballet class for all of those people out on Guam who just wanted to learn ballet just as a hobby or as a form of exercise.
Or maybe for previous ballet practitioners to get back into
Absolutely.
it. They might have taken classes when they were much younger, and now they're like, hey, that was so much fun.
And it's a great form of exercise. People think of going to the gym, people think of running, and while there's nothing wrong with those activities, dance is a little bit more. You are an athlete when you come into a ballet studio.
For sure.
But it's with artistry, it's with music, it's with interpretation, so all those added benefits. And just hearing good music does something to the human spirit. So I encourage everyone to go to our website and look for our current offerings. In addition to the dance, I have to mention that we do offer private music instruction. Currently we're offering classes in private classes in piano, violin group, cello. We have flute, clarinet, oboe, French horn. And I hope I'm not forgetting any others.
You got an entire symphony going on down there.
And we will be having our first music recital come April 1st. That's
Excellent.
on a Saturday, yeah.
Okay, that is not an April Fool's joke. There will be a proper recital.
Yeah, and that's a Saturday.
Yeah,
correct.
Okay. Yeah. Talking about ballet again, if I may use an analogy, Bob, because I grew up playing guitar, right? And I wanted to rock. And I remember people were telling me, my dad, my uncles, and they were like, okay, I know the kind of music you're listening to in the 80s and everything. Iron Maiden's cool and everything, but it would behoove you if you learned the blues and if you kind of got into jazz too. And I was just young and idiotic, and I was like, I'm not going to learn all that stuff. I got back into it retroactively when I was in high school and college because I realized how fundamental that is and how much I was actually missing and how much it contributed to my own better playing and everything.
Certainly.
So a lot of the kids who want to do, hip hop dance or they want to do more like fusion style and everything like that. Ballet is the source of much of that, right?
Absolutely. Ballet is the foundation for any dance form. In ballet, you learn the mechanics of the body. You learn how to make good lines. You focus on movement quality. That's why if you go to any of these major dance companies, dance competitions, when you look at the winners of the lyrical competition or the contemporary, these dancers all have ballet background. As well as if you want to become a professional dancer of any kind, say you want to dance on Broadway. All of those Broadway dancers take ballet class every single morning.
Oh yeah.
If you want to become a modern dancer, all of those modern dancers take ballet.
When you audition, that's one of the first things they look at. It's like,
Absolutely.
have you mastered movement and position and form?
Yeah. So even though a child may not want to become a ballet dancer as their end goal, learning the technique will give you absolute advantage, mastery over your body. And that's what Guam Conservatory of Arts was founded for. We wanted to give that experience to our youth on Guam. That if any of the youth on Guam wanted to become a professional dancer, you have to begin ballet and you have to begin it at an early age. When the body is young, it's more pliable, It's more forgiving, right? You fall, you can get up. At my age, if I fall, I'm concerned if I break a hip, or etc.
Oh, my knees talk to me
right?
every day, Bob.
But if you're
I
a
have
child,
conversations with my knees.
you can mold the body, and which is very, very important in dance.
Okay, so let's talk about because again, like when I was a young wannabe musician and everything like that, I gravitated more towards what I heard on the radio and what I saw on MTV and contemporary forms. How do you as a practitioner actually get young people interested in these not just the mechanics, but like the idea and the fact that these are classical forms. A lot of this you probably haven't been exposed to and everything like that, but this is really, really going to help you, and it can be fun, and it's very, the challenge is part of the fun too.
Jason, that's a very good question, because it is a kind of a hard sell to make. If we watch mass media and if we're just glued to what's on TikTok, it will be more contemporary based dance forms. Yeah. So my job as an instructor is to let them fall in love with the form of it. When they're taught how to make beautiful lines with their body, they're more encouraged, and also they start to believe I can make beautiful lines with my body. They see the difference between, a position is called arabesque if you have the leg up in the back. How you point the foot in the back finishes the line.
Is that third position? Or is that
no,
first?
It's arabesque.
Okay, I know, first position, second position, you can tell. I need to take a class.
There's feet positions and hand positions, but my young kids, predominantly these children ages 8 to 11, they are astounding me. They are part of a 3-day-a-week program, and their classes are an hour and a half. And you would think, oh my gosh, ballet, they would just be bored out of their minds. And it's not true. They're coming in, they're learning the form, they're seeing themselves in the mirror, create line, their posture is better, they're listening to music. And I don't only teach the technique, you have to interpret the music. You have to use your eyes. Technique is simply a means to tell a story.
They're also broadening their worldview, I would assume, Bob, because they're like, okay, not everything is, what I see on TikTok. And youngsters, if ballet isn't showing up on your For You page all the time and everything like that, just search for it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on TikTok and on Instagram. Yeah,
there is plenty.
And it's wonderful. And I would assume too that these young Guamanians also go home to like their parents and their younger olders and brothers, or the ninas and nenas, and like, hey, look at what I learned and look at what I can do.
Yes, it is word of mouth, and so our enrollment is slow, but it is steady. And I think that once I have my first crop of dancers who can be presented, people will start to see the value of this type of program. I did want to say, in terms of longevity into the future, into adulthood, this is just anecdotal, but I feel from my own experience and others that if you begin dance at an early age, you're more likely to stay physically active your entire life. And this is different from sports. Let's say if you were a football player, you're going to stop that at a certain time. You're just going to get tired of being hit. But you can take adult classes. I mean, predominantly in the States or everywhere else where there are adult ballet classes, you can continue it simply as like a form of, instead of going to the gym. So you're also more mindful of pushing your body to the extreme, and that becomes a cycle in your life so that you want to keep it up.
Absolutely. Okay, well, we're running out of time, Bob, but please tell everybody how they can register, because again, the deadline is coming up.
So to register for any of our classes, you can go to guamconservatory.org, and you'll see our offering of our ballet classes, music classes, and just fill out the contact sheet at the bottom, and we will contact you back immediately. Most excellent. Okay. Bob is doing wonderful things. And remember, Guam does have a connection to ballet, because Mikhail Baryshnikov did come out to Guam. He visited our little island, and that was awesome. Okay, Bob, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Support the arts, everybody, because we do here on the show, and we will talk about what's going on with Mother Nature when we come back.